Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of O365A. This is the O365 team live from Ignite, and our topic today is the new big announcements of Microsoft Teams. So, any new the biggest major one is the Office 365 tenants that are less than 500 users. Will, as of October 1st, will then be migrated directly to Teams. So,
Yeah, so I'll
yeah,
I'll I'll,
Dino, can you take
I'll
off?
kick it off. So really, there's two key dates here that you need to be made aware of, and that's starting October 1st. Customers that have 500 seats or less will directly be onboarded to Microsoft Teams. So they won't have access to Skype for Business Online. It won't be available for them in their tenant. So the other thing that's important is that tenants that were already using Skype for Business Online can continue to use and provision net new users in Skype for Business Online. So that's going to continue to happen, and then they'll be able to upgrade to Teams when they're ready to do so. So Microsoft has already started offering the upgrade path to Skype for Business Online to Teams for some of these tenants that they directly sell to. At November 1st, the second key date for customers that consume their 365 through a partner, they will start receiving notifications via the Office 365 Message Center as to when that will become available for them. So those are really the two key dates around this announcement.
Yeah, I think we need to emphasize that if you have an existing Office 365 tenant, even if you're not maybe consuming Skype for Business right now, you don't have to worry about this announcement. You can still turn on that Skype for Business functionality, enable your users, and it's business as usual. This is where Dino was talking about this announcement where you can start to upgrade, or you'll get an announcement within the portal where you can have the ability to migrate or upgrade to Teams. That's going to be based on eligibility checks. So Microsoft's going to check into your tenant and make sure that you meet the actions that you're using in your Skype for Business aspects are in the Teams client or in the Teams side before we upgrade to there.
Cool. Yeah, what I found interesting about this announcement is that a lot of people were a little caught off guard in discussing different scenarios, like what if I've have 10,000 seats and I just want to do a proof of concept with like 200 users Skype for Business Online. Will I be able to do it? So the interesting thing is going through all these different scenarios. Microsoft's key message here is that don't get too caught up in the details, but Teams is ready. So especially for that 500 or under seat mark, it's they really feel that if you go to Skype for Business Online, you'll just be having a less than desirable experience for your users, and you'll just be creating more work for yourselves trying to get to Teams in the long run. So for some of these scenarios that were discussed, there are some potential blockers why companies would need to move to Skype for Business Online first, and they made it clear that if there's some significant blockers to reach out to your partner or to Microsoft, and on a case-by-case basis, if there's a compelling need to move to Skype for Business Online first, that might be a possibility. And also, they emphasized many times this is a net new tenant, like
Yeah.
you guys have said.
Yeah.
So if you already have a tenant in Office 365 and you're under 500 seats, you'll still be able to consume Skype for Business Online.
Yeah, and I think obviously, another major thing too is that if you're a Skype for Business on-premises user, and you're not utilizing any of the cloud services, now is the right time to start, creating a tenant and working towards user adoption. As this is the vision of Microsoft, that they're going to Microsoft Teams, and that's essentially where all of the collaboration is going to be going to. So I think it's a good time to start the user adoption. And then also, if you're in islands mode currently today, you want to definitely start the transition process and sort of getting everybody into a Teams mode, so that you can take, I guess, advantage of all the new functionality and collaboration meeting features in there.
So if you're talking about adoption, this is a good time to check if you have software assurance and if you have those planning days that are unused in your licensing subscription. Reach out to a partner. There is some offers around workshops, like 3, 5, and 10-day offers that you can do workshops with a partner to plan out that transition from Skype for Business to Teams. And usually those days don't get leveraged, so make sure if you have those days, use them.
Yeah, I was just going to say, clearly this, this signals Microsoft is confident that, Teams is ready for the mainstream and for its new customers. They recently announced that Teams is a complete meeting and calling solution, so they're ready to onboard net new customers and join the 200,000 organizations that are already using Teams today. So.
Yeah, I mean, definitely from the meeting perspective, obviously the additional features that you mentioned, but now it's also providing the capabilities if there's users or companies that are not ready yet to move completely to Microsoft Teams in the cloud, they can obviously start consuming some cloud services like the meeting capabilities when they migrate to Skype for Business Server 2019. So at least it'll get them like dipping their toe in the cloud services from that perspective.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up Islands mode earlier, or evaluation mode, or whatever it's going to be named. The less amount of time that you're in that mode, the better for your users. So if you can, maybe pilot the users in that mode just to see, the functionality, get your training material put together, but get those users to Teams only mode or one of the Skype for Business and X modes, just so that, that experience is the best for those users.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's it.
Awesome. All right, thanks for joining us, everyone, today, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.